There are moments in life when time pauses just long enough for you to feel the shift in the air, subtle, electric, unmistakable. December 2025 begins with exactly that kind of moment for Aries. It feels like standing at the edge of a new season, watching the sky change color before dawn. Something is approaching, something meant for you, and even if you can't name it yet, you feel it pulsing beneath the surface. This month arrives not quietly, but with a quiet certainty, like the faint glow before a long-awaited sunrise. As the year begins its final descent, the energy around you settles into a deeper, calmer rhythm. It's not the usual fiery pace Aries is known for. Instead, it's a slow-burning warmth, an ember that carries strength rather than urgency. You may notice your thoughts stretching wider, your intuition sharpening, your patience, surprisingly, expanding. It's as if December is teaching you to see the world from a higher vantage point. You aren't rushing, you aren't pushing. You are observing, choosing, becoming deliberate. And for an Aries, that shift alone is a sign of transformation. The emotional atmosphere of the month feels introspective at first. Not heavy, not nostalgic, just quietly revealing. You may find yourself remembering situations from earlier in the year, not to dwell on them, but to finally understand what they were trying to teach you. Conversations resurface in your mind. Choices you made suddenly make more sense. And without forcing anything, you begin releasing the things that no longer fit the person you've grown into. December brings clarity disguised as calm. It guides you to recognize where your energy has been leaking and where your fire is ready to return. As the middle of the month approaches, a new opportunity begins forming around you. It doesn't arrive dramatically. It doesn't announce itself. It moves toward you the way winter light touches a room, softly, gradually, and then all at once you notice how much brighter everything looks. This opportunity may be linked to work, a personal plan, or a long-standing desire you pushed aside earlier. Whatever form it takes, it carries a feeling of alignment, as if the timing is finally right in a way it wasn't before. Doors that once felt locked begin opening with surprising ease. Relationships in December deepen in quiet ways. You may find people listening more closely, responding more thoughtfully. There is warmth in their tone, patience in their words. If there has been distance between you and someone important, December brings a chance for reconnection, not through dramatic gestures, but through steady, sincere presence. If you're single, you may notice someone entering your life with a calm, grounding energy. It's not fireworks, it's something sturdier. Something that grows instead of explodes. Something real. Your natural Aries fire shifts shape this month. It becomes less reactive, more intentional. You feel more in control of your impulses, more aware of what deserves your energy and what drains it. Instead of rushing into decisions, you pause just long enough to sense whether something resonates with who you're becoming. This new rhythm doesn't weaken your fire, it refines it. December is sculpting your focus, sharpening your vision, strengthening your inner voice. And somewhere beneath all of this, a quiet anticipation builds. It's not anxiety. It's not pressure. It's the unmistakable sense that something meaningful is waiting on the other side of this month, something that will ask you to step forward with your full courage and clarity. You may not see it yet, but you can feel it. And that feeling becomes the guiding thread of the entire month, gently pulling you toward the version of yourself that's ready for 2026. As December unfolds further, the sense of alignment becomes stronger. You begin noticing synchronicities, small signs that seem random at first but gradually reveal a pattern. A conversation that echoes something you were just thinking about. An idea that appears twice in different places. A message or invitation that arrives at the exact moment you were silently hoping for direction. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations. December is guiding you gently, pointing you toward the path that resonates with your inner truth rather than the expectations of others. Emotionally, this month encourages honesty, first with yourself, then with the world around you. You may find yourself admitting feelings you've avoided, acknowledging desires you once dismissed, or recognizing boundaries you've outgrown. This clarity doesn't come with conflict or urgency, it comes with relief. It feels like placing both feet firmly on the ground after walking on uneven terrain for too long. You begin understanding what you want in a way that feels both grounded and liberating. In relationships, the energy softens even more. December highlights sincerity. You notice who makes space for you, who listens without judgment, who shows up without being asked. These moments of presence become more meaningful than grand gestures. If you are rebuilding trust with someone, the progress may feel subtle but unmistakable, like frost melting under early morning sun. If new connections appear, they come with a feeling of emotional safety, something Aries rarely acknowledges but deeply appreciates when it arrives. In work and long-term goals, a gradual shift takes place. Instead of pushing yourself to prove something, you begin acting from a place of inner certainty. Tasks that once felt overwhelming start flowing more easily. You may receive support, resources, or insight that simplifies a complicated situation. You aren't forcing momentum, you're stepping into it. December rewards your patience by bringing progress in a calm, steady rhythm. For Aries, this might feel unusual, even surprising. But it's exactly the kind of progress that lasts. The middle of the month introduces a moment of subtle tension, not chaos, not conflict, but a gentle pressure that pushes you to make a decision you've been postponing. It could involve work, a personal boundary, a financial choice, or an emotional truth you've avoided expressing. This moment is not meant to overwhelm you. It's meant to free you. When you make the choice, whether it's a yes or a no, you'll feel an immediate sense of clarity, as if something clicks into place inside you. December is shaping you into someone whose decisions align with their future, not their past. As the days grow shorter, your inner world grows brighter. You may feel a surge of creativity, a renewed desire to plan, organize, or prepare for something bigger. Ideas return with force. Motivation grows. You sense that a new cycle is forming, one that requires a more evolved version of your Aries energy. It's not impulsive, not scattered. It's focused, powerful, and unafraid. You begin realizing that the stillness of this month has been preparing you, strengthening you quietly from within. This is where December begins to reveal its turning point, a moment of clarity that feels like a soft breakthrough. It may come during a quiet evening, a reflective walk, or an unexpected conversation. Something inside you shifts, and you understand exactly what needs to change moving forward. It's not dramatic, but it's profound. You feel lighter, stronger, more aligned with yourself than you've felt in a long time. As the final stretch of December arrives, the energy around you begins to shift once more, but this time with a quiet intensity. Something that has been forming beneath the surface now moves closer to becoming real. You may notice a sudden insight, a sharp moment of awareness, or a realization that feels almost like a message delivered at the perfect moment. This is the month's subtle climax, the point where reflection turns into direction. December has been preparing you patiently, and now it hands you the key to the next chapter. This pivotal moment may relate to a decision about your future, a personal boundary you finally understand how to protect, or an opportunity that suddenly looks clearer and more possible than before. Whatever form it takes, it gives you a sense of alignment that feels both grounding and empowering. It's as if the path forward, once hazy, now reveals itself inch by inch in the soft winter light. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force anything. You just need to follow what feels unmistakably right. As the month closes, relationships settle into a deeper, more authentic rhythm. You understand your emotional world more clearly, and this clarity shapes how you interact with others. You know where you feel valued, where you feel misunderstood, and where you feel truly seen. Conversations become more honest, even if quiet. Connections feel warmer, steadier, more meaningful. If someone new has entered your life, December gives you a sense of whether this connection holds long-term potential. If you're healing a bond, the progress feels gentle but undeniable. Your energy at the end of December is a blend of calm confidence and inner power. The rush that usually defines Aries is replaced with something far more valuable: certainty. Not the loud kind, not the impulsive kind, but the kind that settles deep inside you and reshapes the way you move into the future. You feel more grounded, more attuned to your intuition, and more aware of what truly matters. And with this awareness comes a renewed sense of direction for 2026. As the year prepares to close, you may feel drawn to take one symbolic action, something small but meaningful that marks your transition into a new cycle. It could be organizing your space, releasing an old habit, writing down intentions, or simply acknowledging how far you've come. Whatever it is, it carries weight. December is not just the end of a year for Aries, it is the quiet beginning of a stronger, wiser version of yourself. The final days of the month arrive with a soft but powerful realization: you are ready. Ready to step into opportunities with clarity rather than impulsiveness. Ready to communicate with honesty instead of hesitation. Ready to choose what aligns with your future rather than what comforts your past. This is the true gift of December 2025 for Aries: not dramatic change, but meaningful transformation. As the last moments of the year drift into darkness and the new year approaches, take a breath and let the stillness settle around you. Feel the strength you've built, the clarity you've gained, and the quiet courage that now shapes your steps. You've grown in ways you may not even fully realize yet, and the path ahead will reflect that growth. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how December is unfolding in your world. And if you want to continue exploring monthly guidance and atmospheric horoscope journeys, make sure to subscribe. Your presence here helps these messages grow, and I'm grateful you're part of this space.